Hello everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, a drug bust in Hudson turns up thousands of dollars worth of stolen property. Plus, low-income Mainers are urged to seek heating assistance before the cold weather arrives. And it looks like life will soon return to the Colonial Theatre in Belfast, thanks to a special deal. We'll tell you all about that as well. Good morning, everyone. I am Craig Colson. Emma Smith has this Friday off. We thank you for joining us. We'll have all the day's news coming up. But first, to check that forecast. Friday's finally here, and along with it, lots of clouds. We can expect a cloudy day ahead with perhaps a few sprinkles from time to time, and then the heavier rain moves in this weekend. For more on what we can expect, let's turn things over to Conrad.
Thank you so much. Our first weather this morning is brought to you by Blind Faith Tattoo. With over 25 years of experience, we are fluent in all styles, including traditional and fine line tattoos. Stop by for a free consultation from one of our friendly expert tattoo artists. We offer a fast turnaround, and walk-ins are always welcome. All right, my friends, we do have a little bit of fog in the area, mainly by the coast. Bar Harbor, right into the Rockland area. Visibilities are very, very low, near zero in some spots. Here in town, not as bad. We have a 6 mile of visibility up north into Millinocket and Greenville area, pretty much at 10 miles, so not bad up north. Overall, though, we do have some mostly cloudy skies. Some thicker clouds are really starting to roll in. For now, though, winds are pretty calm. A solid 7 mile per hour breeze here in town, 3 by the coast, Rockland, Bar Harbor, of course, into Machias, near 0 mile per hour winds. So things are looking pretty calm for now. This is the calm before the storm. Now, dew points are a little high up there. They will stay high up by Saturday and then right back down by those afternoon hours on Sunday into Monday and Tuesday once again, starting to rise by middle of next week. Now for today, mid-60s outside, we're looking at cloudy skies, maybe a couple of sprinkles possible. Other than that, we will be dry. For tonight, temperatures in those upper 50s, cloudy skies, and some sprinkles possible once again. Dense fog in the region. Now for tomorrow, rain heavy at times, mainly into those afternoon hours, and that wind will start to pick up. Temperatures hovering around 64 degrees. Now later on this afternoon, we are looking at temperatures starting to rise right back into those mid-60s with chances of scattered showers.
All right, thank you, Conrad. We'll see you a little later on with your full forecast. In today's news, new details this morning concerning a big bust in Penobscot County. The sheriff's office seized what they're calling a large amount of drugs and stolen property in Hudson. Deputies arrived on the scene Thursday morning after following up on an investigation into stolen property. Upon arriving at the residence on Thurston Way, Sheriff Troy Morton says they discovered an individual who was experiencing a drug-related medical event.
Deputies doing a follow-up investigation for what was initially about stolen property ended up being involved with a person that was in a medical distress related to drug use. Also a large seizure of drugs that were in very much plain view.
Well, Morton says a man identified as 37-year-old Philip Herbst began fighting with them as soon as he was administered Narcan. He was taken to the hospital and then to jail, where he's now charged with aggravated drug trafficking, receiving stolen property, and numerous other charges. Several other people also fled from the scene, including 51-year-old Lois Sanders of Hudson, who is now charged. She had a warrant out for arrest. She was also arrested. Authorities say they also seized a pound of dangerous drugs, including fentanyl, cocaine, and methamphetamine. They also found several stolen trailers and 2 zero-turn tractors that were stolen from the Bangor area. The sheriff's office is trying to also identify the owner of an off-road green Jeep. Anyone with information is being asked to contact the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office at 947-4585. A man has been arrested in Lewiston after allegedly exposing himself and trying to force his way into a passing car. Police say they were called to the area of Main and Middle Streets Wednesday afternoon after getting several reports about a man who was aggressively exposing himself. That's a quote from the police department. Police say they arrived to find 57-year-old Christopher Good of the Augusta and Bangor areas. They say at one point Good also tried to enter a vehicle that was stopped at a red light and threatened the driver with harm. Good was arrested and is charged with indecent conduct, attempted gross sexual assault, and violating probation. Officials say he was already on probation for a sex crime at the time of the alleged incident. A mysterious fire late Wednesday night has left officials looking for answers. At 10:44, Kenduskeag and Corinth fire departments were dispatched to a building fire on the town line. Units arrived on scene just before 11 p.m. and immediately requested additional support. No one was in the building at the time of the fire, and the occupant was later found safe. The cause of the fire is still unknown and under investigation. The fire marshal's office encourages anyone who may have information to reach out to them directly. It appears a very large garage was destroyed in that fire. Down East Community Partners is encouraging low-income Mainers to get an early start on applying for heating assistance this year. Matthew Jaroncic with that story.
Fall has just arrived, but in a matter of months, it'll be winter. For many Mainers, one of the biggest challenges the season brings is the cost of home heating. Luckily, Down East Community Partners has a program that'll help pay for a portion of home heating costs for low-income Mainers, known as Home Income Energy Assistance Program, or HEAP. Down East Community Partners Director of Energy Services James Neely says now is the time to start applying for assistance.
We are actually booked out all the way till January 4th right now, so the sooner you call in, it will be much better for you to be able to get an appointment.
Down East Community Partners determines how much a household could qualify for based on income comparisons with federal poverty levels. For example, a household of 1's monthly income limit is $2,723, while a household of 9's is $7,383. Neely says it takes 4 to 6 weeks after your appointment to receive funding if found eligible.
If you were to get an appointment for January right now, you might not receive funds until mid-March.
This program has more availability in some areas than others. In Bennington, DCP has 17 open slots. Stonington currently has 16. Neely says they're trying to get the word out to help as many people in need as possible.
It's very important to fill those because it allows us to come to your communities and shows the need in your area. So if we aren't able to fully book out or come close to fully booking out a appointment area, we might not be able to go.
Down East Community Partners will be doing outreach in Bennington on October 12th and Stonington on the 24th. They will be in Sullivan on November 1st and Bar Harbor 2 days after. Anyone interested in signing up will need to bring their social security card, driver's license, income documentation for all working household members, and a utility bill. In Ellsworth, Matthew Jaroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, Maine is getting more than $220,000 in additional money to help Mainers heat their homes this winter. Senator Susan Collins made the announcement yesterday. The money is going to the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, also known as LIHEAP. It's all part of the funding that was returned to the federal government and is now being redistributed. Senator Collins said, quote, "This additional LIHEAP funding will provide much needed relief to our most vulnerable residents, ensuring they can afford to stay warm during the harsh winter months without sacrificing other essential needs." The state of Maine defended its voter privacy law in a Boston courtroom yesterday. Secretary of State Shenna Bellows says under current law, groups can access the voter registration list for campaign purposes or enforcement of voter registration laws. However, a state law passed in 2021 prohibits the sale or publishing of voter information to protect workers and voters from harassment or identity theft. The Public Interest Law Foundation, a conservative-backed group down in Virginia, is now suing Maine over that law. Bellows says people should be able to vote without the fear of having their personal information compromised.
In an era of identity theft, online scams, online harassment, and even in-person harassment, we argued today that the voter list should be protected from online publication.
Maine saw the highest voter turnout in the nation last November, something Secretary Bellows fears could change if the state's voter privacy law is loosened. A new hands-on training program aims to expand access to rural health care and diversify Maine's workforce. Our David Ledford with that story.
Whew, I am excited.
Northern Light Health has teamed up with a Georgia medical school to bring out-of-state physician assistant students to Maine. Students from the Morehouse School of Medicine in Atlanta have traveled all the way up the East Coast to get hands-on medical experience in rural Maine communities.
The idea is to bring them to Maine, to have them do their clerkship training here, working in our clinics and in our rural medicine areas to provide more patient access to all of our patients in Maine.
I like to be able to interact with patients and give them that positive experience and kind of meet patients and people where they're at in those small rural communities and to help get them the adequate healthcare access that they need.
After arriving last month, the program's first students have been sent to both Northern Light EMMC in Bangor and A.R. Gould Hospital in Presque Isle, where they've been getting mentored by local physicians.
Most of my family comes from Ghana, West Africa, and they had to kind of like do a lot for themselves because of that lack of access to healthcare. In Presque Isle, I feel like this is kind of the community that I want to kind of work with.
Northern Light representatives say it's important for people to feel represented when they visit their doctors, and they're hoping this program will help with that.
Maine is a diverse community. It really is. And we know that through basic data that, people do better when they have providers that kind of look like them.
Northern Light hopes the experience will encourage some of the students to stick around.
This will give us a pathway to new talent, to show them what Maine is about and to see whether or not they'd be willing to come and spend some of their career here in Maine. Trying to recruit them if we can.
In Brewer, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
An important note for anyone who is planning their weekend, the Bangor Art Walk has been postponed. The Downtown Bangor Partnership is postponing the Arttober Sidewalk Art Festival due to all the rainy weather we're expecting for the weekend. Organizers say they're working with vendors, sponsors, and venues to find a potential alternate date, time, and location in order to reschedule the festive and fun, much-loved event here in the city of Bangor. It's a big relief for members of a Bangor family. The Bangor Appeals Board has granted their request to keep 6 chickens on their property. Amy Martin says the animals provide emotional support to her disabled son. Bangor has an ordinance against keeping chickens in the city, but the Appeals Board voted to make an exception in this case. According to the Bangor Daily News, several people spoke out at a hearing Thursday who implored the board to grant the request. Just a couple of people voted against it or spoke out against it. They'll be allowed to keep up to 6 hens now, but no roosters that could cause noise in the neighborhood. We don't want the roosters waking up the neighbors. All right, the time now is 8:12. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, the Colonial Theatre in Belfast faced an uncertain future after the owners decided to close the business. But the performances will soon return thanks to a special collaboration. We'll tell you all about it. But first, another check of that weather forecast. More clouds today. We can expect some sprinkles from time to time, especially later on in the day. The highs will be near 66 degrees. Light rain with areas of dense fog overnight. Lows dropping down to the upper 50s. Tomorrow, lots of heavy rain and wind. It will be a very wet day on your Saturday with highs near 64.
We've been in business for 31 years, and our employees and guests are like family. We've worked hard, and they've worked hard. That's why question 3 worries me. It puts our power grid in the hands of politicians. It costs $13.5 billion. That's billion with a B. Can you believe that? That could mean higher taxes for all of us. It's bad for our business, and it's bad for Maine. Question 3 is a risk Maine can't afford.
What can I get everyone?
The usual for all of us?
Actually, I'll do the special.
Great choice.
Wow, the special? Look at you.
Switch it up sometimes, you know.
I got 4 vodka sodas and 1 Maine blueberry mojito. Yeah. So, who ordered the special? I'll grab a few more.
It's time to try something new. For more cocktail inspiration, download the Maine Spirits app.
It's another exciting year of high school football in the state of Maine. Get out and support your home team and be looking for the ABC 7 Sports Blitz crew. You can get a free Sports Blitz t-shirt, then watch Sports Blitz during ABC 7 News at 11 every Friday night during the football season. Blitz shirts courtesy of Coastal Auto Parts, First National Bank, Johnson Foundations, Loring Job Corps, Pixels to Print, and Stearns Lumber.
There's a reason why Maine State's slogan is the way life should be. It's because our beautiful state is full of humble people, workers, business owners, and neighbors making a difference in their community. I'm always looking for positive and encouraging news stories about ordinary people doing extraordinary things. How fortunate am I that I get to share these special stories? Watch the good news weekdays on Fox 22 News at 10.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Belfast Colonial Theatre opened its doors on the very same day the Titanic set sail from England, and it remained a mainstay up until its closure in September of last year. But that missing piece of Belfast's commercial district will soon be put back into place. Our Doug Banks has the story.
I'm absolutely thrilled because I've been waiting for this for a couple of years.
Just as the sign suggests, the Colonial Theatre will be opening its doors again. The nonprofit committee Hawthorne Theatre and Arts Collaborative was given a generous contribution of $1 million from locals Libby and Bill Catania. Under the agreement, the committee will pay that back over time.
There was a Save the Colonial Theatre steering committee that got together, and what they did was drum up a whole lot of press that brought in some people that were interested in buying the theatre.
Now, once Colonial Theatre opens to the public, they'll be showcasing much more than just the latest movies.
First run movies, there'll be second run movies, independent films, documentaries, as well as live performances, educational programming, pretty much anything's out there on the table right now.
Right up until November 4th, it's all hands on deck as everyone works hard to turn the lights back on, while Hawthorne the Elephant watches from above as people reconnect and bring memories back to life.
People can laugh at the same exact jokes and humor, even though they have different backgrounds and different perspectives. They come together.
We used it a lot when it was here, and we've just been waiting for it to reopen, hoping that it would.
It's great for our kids too, you know, not just the adults, but our kids need a place to relax and feel safe, and this is it.
To learn how to donate to the theater, visit colonialtheatre.com. In Belfast, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A new physical therapy center in Hamden wants people to know that there's never a bad time to get into fitness. Devin Dagnall explains.
I really started this business almost 10 years ago, and I started out just going into people's homes, and then I felt like I needed a permanent space for people who wanted to come to a clinic.
Designing Fitness is a new physical therapy clinic that is opening on Main Street in Hamden, but according to its owner, Sonia Parker, it offers a lot more than the average clinic. Along with physical therapy, the clinic offers a wide assortment of fitness classes because to Parker, general fitness can be just as important as physical therapy for a lot of people.
I named it Designing Fitness because that's how important fitness is to what we do.
From yoga to pound classes, there's a type of exercise for everyone to try and enjoy. A lot of people often worry it's too late for them to start exercising, but Parker assures that's never the case.
No, I mean, I've worked with people over 100 years old. There's a lot of research out there that shows that at any age, you can become stronger. And it's a matter of doing the right exercises and being consistent.
On the flip side, Parker also says it's never too early to get into fitness.
I mean, you watch any baby or any toddler, they're always crawling around, they're always moving, active, and our bodies are meant to move.
More information about Designing Fitness can be found on our website, foxbangor.com. In Hamden, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A longtime locally owned business in Bangor is passing the baton on to the next generation. Patrick's Fine Gifts, located in the Broadway Shopping Center, offers a wide variety of gifts and accessories. Founders Patricia and Rick Smith have been operating the store since they purchased it back in 2000, and now after more than 2 decades of success, they are ready to hand over ownership to their son and daughter-in-law.
It's a really well-oiled machine, this store. It's filled with really great employees that have been here for a long time. And we're just very proud. We're proud to carry on the legacy that they started.
When the time comes to pass the baton, I knew that she would be the one. And it's important that things continue and get better. And that's what we know will happen.
Janelle Smith says she and her husband don't plan to make any major changes to the store. They hope to keep the business in the family for as long as they can and continue to build on what Patricia and Rick started. Congratulations to everyone involved. Well, the time now is 8:20. Coming up after the break, wild game was on the menu during a special event at the Augustus Food Kitchen. We'll hear all about how it started. Plus, President Biden defends his decision to resume construction on the southern border wall. The details as Good Morning Maine continues.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Tucson with America's best warranty. Now, get 2.99% APR for 60 months or up to $1,500 total savings on the Tucson. See your local Hyundai dealer today.
It's been a great summer at Dorsey Furniture, but it's time to start thinking about fall. Our new fall introductions are arriving daily and we need to make room. This means big discounts on selected items. How big? Half off. We didn't stop with just a few items. We have marked down every item in every department. Come to Dorsey Furniture during our fall clearance sale and you won't be disappointed. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A, Holden.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
Unhoused and food insecure populations in the Augusta area got the chance to experience world-class dining from an underutilized food source. Our Corey Bouchard has the story.
Food is a basic need. Food is something we need to then have the brain power and the stamina to go to work or go reach our goals.
Victoria Abbott is the executive director for the Bread of Life Ministries in Augusta, which has been operating this soup kitchen for the past 40 years. But they've never had dining quite like this, thanks to a visit by Hunt, Fish, Feed, a campaign created by the Outdoor Channel.
Today we brought in Chef John McGannon, a Culinary Institute of America trained chef who works with us. We put together a menu.
The menu, which included venison sloppy joes, potato salad, fruit salad, and a dessert, aims to use a food source that doesn't get shared with unhoused populations very often: wild game. Chef John McGannon explains why he got involved with the program.
One of those giving back kind of things. It's a good, you're paying your karma forward and doing the right thing and sharing this beautiful, free-range organic and natural meat.
The Hunt, Fish, Feed campaign visits around 12 cities each year. Abbott says the fact that they were one of those selected locations all comes down to one word.
In my opinion, magic. I'm so thankful that we did get selected. I know we gave a tour to the group that was checking it out, and then we got the call that we were selected, so it's very exciting.
Spectrum, which provided a number of volunteers helping out with Thursday's event, also provided Bread of Life with a donation of $2,500 to help with their mission. Several legislators also volunteered their time and spoke about the importance of giving back.
I think what's important is to remember that, the unhoused population are our neighbors. I think this is a really great program to show that, we need to take care of our people.
We have a tremendous opportunity to build community around food. Everyone has to eat. To really build bridges and bring people back together in an increasingly divisive society.
Chef McGannon said everyone seemed to enjoy the meal, and there were a lot of clean plates and full stomachs. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Looks like a great feast there. The time now is 8:25. Time to get a full look at that rainy forecast. Here's Conrad.
Thank you so much. Our main weather this morning is brought to you by Blind Faith Tattoo. With over 25 years of experience, we are fluent in all styles, including traditional and fine line tattoos. Stop by for a free consultation from one of our friendly expert tattoo artists. We offer a fast turnaround, and walk-ins are always welcome. All right, my friends, not a bad start to the morning. We just have some mostly cloudy skies. Other than that, we are dry. This is the calm before the storm. Take a look at this. Right off sea, right about here. Doesn't look like much right now. It's not really developed at all. This is a Tropical Storm Philippe, that is on the way and will be here in the next, let's say, 36 to 48 hours. This is the track we're looking at, going all the way up north into our area. By the time it gets here, it looks like it's going to be a post-tropical system with probably around a 50-mile-per-hour wind, mainly by the coast. Now, for now, mostly cloudy skies, but we will continue to have increasing clouds, those thicker clouds rolling in throughout the day today. Then throughout the day, we're going to stay mainly clear overall. By tomorrow, though, that's when things start to pick up. Greater chances of showers will be in the area, and more of the heavier rain will start to roll on in. And then into those overnight hours, Saturday night, Sunday morning, mainly, that's when that rain, the heavier rain, will still be in the area. Now, we're looking at a lot of rain in some regions, maybe even up to 3 inches of rain in some spots. Indicated here in those red colors, Millinocket area, Greenville, all the way down south into our area. Now, of course, right by the coast, Bar Harbor, and then close to the Machias area, over 2 inches of rain as well. Now, waves, not bad right now. We're looking at 3-foot waves right offshore, maybe 5, so still not too bad. But definitely as that storm gets closer, waves will triple and quadruple in size. Temperature-wise, though, we've been warm. Take a look at this. Last several days, mid-70s, close to 80 degrees even 2 days ago. Look at that. Yesterday, we saw temperatures in those mid to upper 60s. Now, we're going to stay near average the rest of this week, pretty much right through next week. Our average high is around 62 degrees. Take a look at this. 60s pretty much right through the board and right through next week. Now for today, mid-60s outside, cloudy skies, a couple of sprinkles are possible. Other than that, we are dry. Same story tonight, besides cooler temperatures in those upper 50s. Now for tomorrow, that's when that heavier rain starts to roll in, mainly into those afternoon hours. High temperature of around 64 degrees. Our extended forecast outlook does show that rain in the area right through the weekend, and then we start to clear up by beginning of next week.
Do you want to see a 2020 presidential rematch? If the answer is no, you are not alone. 2/3 of voters in this country don't want to watch another rerun. But thanks to our restrictive two-party system, that's exactly where we're headed. We started No Labels 13 years ago. Now, we're working to reboot American democracy by giving voters like you a real voice in which candidates appear on the ballot. No restrictions, no limits, no labels. Join today.
Mesothelioma is more than a ravaging illness. It is a disease that can ruin a family's finances and is never the victim's fault. The law offices of Joe Bornstein has been fighting and winning for Maine families for nearly 50 years, and we've collected over $500 million for injured Mainers. If you or a loved one is a victim of mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, call Joe today for a free case evaluation and to learn about your family's legal rights. Dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
In 10 years, Lisa Schneider will have an amazing second act, thanks to career reskilling courses from AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Pro football fans, it's You Pick'em NFL, the Pro Football Challenge from Fox 22. Go to foxbangor.com, click on You Pick'em, and go to You Pick'em NFL. Make your picks, and you could be the weekly winner of either a $25 gift certificate from Chase's Family Restaurant in Bangor or from Chick-fil-A in Bangor. Brought to you by Mainly Eyes in Bangor, Twin City Tile in Brewer, Twin City Tint in Brewer, and Winterport Sheds. Compete all season long for the grand prize of $5,000. It's You Pick'em NFL from foxbangor.com.
25 words or less.
Cereal bowl.
Killer. Full of frightful fun.
I love Lisa's response to cereal. Killer.
Do not have breakfast with Lisa.
5 days a week.
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
We turn now to Washington with a surprising announcement yesterday from the Biden administration that they will build more border wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. President Biden had campaigned against the border wall. ABC's Liz Landers is in Washington to explain what has changed.
This morning, the Biden administration is defending plans to build more border wall along the southern part of the United States amid an uptick in illegal border crossings from Mexico into the U.S.
We had no choice.
Building a border wall was former President Donald Trump's signature policy decision, and the Biden administration claims that money appropriated by Congress under the former administration in 2019 requires they continue to build barriers at the border. Customs and Border Protection plans indicate that the new construction will be an 18-foot portable barrier, different than the 30-foot bollard design added under Trump's administration. President Biden campaigned against a border wall in 2020 and Thursday said the law ties his hands.
Do you believe the border wall works?
No.
The president's Democratic allies agree.
A fence is a 14th century solution to the 21st problems that we have.
Republicans continue to hammer the president on the issue.
This decision today, it feels like too little too late.
Meanwhile, as the Biden administration attempts to solve the root of the immigration issue, officials announcing they'd resume deporting migrants back to Venezuela as part of their efforts to slow arrivals. They also plan to send up to $10 million to Panama to help them deport migrants back to their home countries. The Biden administration is waiving 26 federal laws, some related to environmental preservation, in order to complete this stretch of the border. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
Well, now to the two major labor disputes affecting two of the largest industries in the country, the healthcare industry and the auto industry. A major announcement is expected later on today in the auto workers' strike. Meanwhile, there appears to be little progress in the healthcare workers' strike at Kaiser Permanente. The union is now threatening a longer strike if no contract deal is reached. ABC's Lionel Moyes has the latest.
This morning, the dispute fueling the biggest healthcare worker strike in U.S. history shows no signs of easing.
Kaiser executives just aren't listening.
More than 75,000 workers in 8 states are picketing Kaiser Permanente, forcing the healthcare provider to limit elective and non-emergency procedures for patients.
We're working, one respiratory therapist that should be doing the job of 2 or 3.
The reason why our frontline healthcare providers are on strike is because the delays right now to schedule appointments, to schedule surgeries are weeks, even months out. And we have been sounding the alarm.
The union is demanding higher wages and better staffing levels. Kaiser says it's already reached a number of tentative agreements with the unions, including a minimum wage for employees up to $23 an hour in California, $21 nationwide, with $2 more in the coming years. Meanwhile, U.S. auto workers have now been on strike for 3 weeks. General Motors now saying it's made a counteroffer to the UAW, and Ford has reportedly narrowed differences with the union on key sticking points. Ahead of his news conference today, Union President Shawn Fain shared a picture of the rose ceremony from TV's The Bachelorette, with the logos of Ford, GM, and Stellantis placed over the men's faces. Fain saying, "Tune into the union's Facebook page at 2 p.m. on Friday to see who gets the rose," suggesting perhaps some movement after a strike that's costing millions and has already led to thousands of layoffs in the industry. Lionel Moyes, ABC News, New York.
And coming up on the second half of the newscast, a special Halloween charity run will soon be held to help animals in Down East Maine. We'll tell you how you can join the effort as Good Morning Maine continues.
Whether it's coaching kids soccer, volunteering at the local firehouse, helping out at the food pantry, or providing the children of our employees with scholarships, the New England Toyota dealers and the thousands of people we employ play a role in lifting up the community. We're proud to serve you and to be part of those things that benefit us all. Toyota. Let's go places.
It's another exciting year of high school football in the state of Maine. Get out and support your home team and be looking for the ABC7 Sports Blitz crew. You can get a free Sports Blitz t-shirt, then watch Sports Blitz during ABC7 News at 11 every Friday night during the football season. Blitz shirts courtesy of Paramount Paving, Silver Fox Automotive, Body Graphics Tattoo and Piercing Studio, Coastal Auto Parts, Color Concepts, Joe's Market, Overhead Door Company of Bangor, and Twin City Tile.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Friday, November 5th, 2023. It's also World Smile Day. This special holiday was started back in 1999 by graphic artist Harvey Ball. He's the man who created that familiar smiley face that has appeared on everything from coffee mugs to t-shirts. Harvey worried the symbol was becoming too commercialized, and he wanted it to be more about the power of smiling among real people. He created this holiday to urge people to do small acts of kindness to keep the smiles coming all around the world. It really is infectious. On this day in history, back in 1860, Abraham Lincoln was elected president. In 1923, Jacob Schick was granted a patent for the electric shaver. In 1962, the United Nations passed a resolution to condemn apartheid in South Africa. It urged members to cut ties with the nation and to stand up against a policy of racial discrimination and segregation. In 1965, the Freedom Flights program began, which allowed thousands of Cubans to come to the U.S. And finally, in 1996, Michael Jordan scored 50 points in a game for the 29th time in his basketball career. Really amazing. Today's birthdays include actress Emma Stone, who is 34 years old, actress Sally Field is 76 today, and actor Ethan Hawke is 52. We have all actors in our birthdays today. If it's your birthday too, we wish you a very happy birthday. Looks like a cloudy day ahead today, a rainy day tomorrow. Let's turn things over to Conrad for your forecast.
Thank you so much. Our first weather this morning is brought to you by Blind Faith Tattoo. With over 25 years of experience, we are fluent in all styles, including traditional and fine line tattoos. Stop by for a free consultation from one of our friendly expert tattoo artists. We offer a fast turnaround, and walk-ins are always welcome. All right, my friends, we do have a little bit of fog in the area, mainly by the coast. Bar Harbor, right into the Rockland area. Visibilities are very, very low, near zero in some spots. Here in town, not as bad. We have a 6 mile of visibility up north into Millinocket and Greenville area, pretty much at 10 miles, so not bad up north. Overall, though, we do have some mostly cloudy skies. Some thicker clouds are really starting to roll in. For now, though, winds are pretty calm. A solid 7 mile per hour breeze here in town, 3 by the coast, Rockland, Bar Harbor, of course, into Machias, near 0 mile per hour winds. So things are looking pretty calm for now. This is the calm before the storm. Now, dew points are a little high up there. They will stay high up by Saturday and then right back down by those afternoon hours on Sunday into Monday and Tuesday once again, starting to rise by middle of next week. Now for today, mid-60s outside, we're looking at cloudy skies, maybe a couple of sprinkles possible. Other than that, we will be dry. For tonight, temperatures in those upper 50s, cloudy skies, and some sprinkles possible once again. Dense fog in the region. Now for tomorrow, rain heavy at times, mainly into those afternoon hours, and that wind will start to pick up. Temperatures hovering around 64 degrees. Now later on this afternoon, we are looking at temperatures starting to rise right back into those mid-60s with chances of scattered showers.
All right, thank you, Conrad. Halloween may be a few weeks away, but it's never too early to try on your costume. And one great place to show off your spooky best will be when the SPCA of Hancock County hosts its 5th annual Jim Noble Hallow Run 5K Walk and Run. It will all take place on October 22nd. The event will be taking place at 11 a.m. on Marlboro Beach in Lemoyne. All the proceeds will support the animals in the SPCA's care. Participants have the option of either walking or running the route, decorated with jack-o'-lanterns, while also getting a scenic view of Frenchman Bay and the mountains of Acadia National Park. Hallow Run organizer Jamie O'Keefe says every participant helps make a difference to the animals that they care for.
It's a very low cost for us to put on, but it brings in more than $10,000 for the shelter. So people, just by putting on a costume or taking part, that's directly helping a dog or cat at our shelter.
Prizes will be given for the best costumes for adults, children under 12, and for pets, and for the participants who raise the most money for the shelter. Signing up costs $25 per person and $20 for children. You can register online in the link on our website at foxbangor.com, and the first 50 people to sign up will receive a free t-shirt designed by local artist Lisa Williams. All right, still ahead here on the morning show, Tyler Cruz with all the day's sports news. Also a live report about an upcoming tattoo festival that you may not want to miss. Don't go away.
When a government-controlled utility took over in Long Island, New York, it made big promises. But what did residents get? Household electric costs increased by more than 50%. Customers' bills skyrocketed with new surcharges. The utility ranked the lowest in customer service, and it failed to pay millions in required payments to local schools and fire departments on time. Don't bring New York's problems to Maine. Vote no on question 3.
Fear, pain, and anxiety are all feelings associated with dental treatments, but it doesn't have to be that way. Dental lasers offer a way to remove tooth decay without using the dental drill. In fact, we do most dental fillings here at Twin City Dental without numbing, so no needle. And for treatments like root canals or having many teeth extracted, we also provide IV sedation. So call Twin City Dental for your next dentist appointment.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
It's another exciting year of high school football in the state of Maine. Get out and support your home team and be looking for the ABC7 Sports Blitz crew. You can get a free Sports Blitz t-shirt, then watch Sports Blitz during ABC7 News at 11 every Friday night during the football season. Blitz shirts courtesy of Coastal Auto Parts, Sear North Star Tours, Graphics Sign and Design, Loring Job Corps, Old Town Redemption, O&J Folsom Incorporated, and Top Notch Detailing.
The baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time. From the heavens! All new Friday Night SmackDown, tonight at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start things off on the ice. We are exactly 1 week out from Maine hockey's first series of the season, but fans can get their first look at the Black Bears in action this weekend. And they can do so at Colby College in Waterville on Saturday at 5 p.m. when Maine will host their rivals from New Hampshire in a charity exhibition match. All proceeds from tickets go to the Alphon Youth and Community Center in Waterville. Maine is coming off of their best season since Jeremy Swayman was in net, and they're returning their top 4 point scorers. So there is a lot of hype surrounding this year's Black Bears squad, and they are certainly excited about their first opportunity to suit up and get out on the ice.
It's been a long time since we played a game, and a lot of these guys haven't played a game in a Maine jersey, our new players, and it's been since March since the returners have played a game. That's a long time. So I think it'll just be fun to get out there and compete again, and for us it'll be neat to see what we have.
The Black Bears have 10 newcomers on the roster this year, and while they've all been on the ice since July for voluntary workouts, and they've been officially practicing since September, that is much different from a game situation. So while it's our first chance to get a look at these guys, it's also Coach Barr's too.
We're gonna approach it like a game, and obviously we want to see what some guys do, and especially some of these new guys, put them in situations and see how they respond. But it's our only tune-up. We don't get multiple preseason games, so we have to see what we have and see what we need to work on.
All right, looking forward to that, and then the season officially begins on October 12th. On to the golf course now. The Maine State Golf Championships were scheduled for Friday and Saturday morning down at Natanis Golf Club in Vassalboro, but it looks like Tropical Storm Philippe has other plans. Here's the updated schedule for the championships as of Thursday morning. With the rain projected for Saturday, the Class A and Class C championships have been rescheduled to Monday, still at Natanis. Class A tees off on the Tomahawk course at 10 a.m., Class C on the Arrowhead course at 11. And as for the Class B championships, they remain on as scheduled, taking place Friday morning at the Arrowhead course with play beginning at 11 a.m. or at the Tomahawk course, play beginning at 11. All right, let's move on to Orono High School now, where cross-country star Ruth White is continuing to rip up the court with record-breaking performances. Our Ryan Sudol reports on her journey and how her passion is driving her.
She has goals and she will work really hard to try to achieve them.
Normally, someone is called the GOAT of a sport once their career is over. But when it comes to cross country in Maine, Orono's Ruth White may already have a claim.
I'm just glad to have the opportunity to run, and I love the sport and the community, so I'm just glad to be part of it.
After her performance at Saturday's Festival of Champions, White now holds the record for the state's fastest 5K girls cross country run ever. 16:56.9.
She's been wanting for a long time to break that 17-minute barrier, and that's really tough.
I'm just glad that I had the opportunity to run on a fast course in good conditions. I was happy to better my own personal time.
She beat her own festival record by nearly 30 seconds. Just another feather in the cap of a career that started from a young age with her father and coach, Lynn.
She and her sisters, they've been surrounded by cross country and track ever since they were infant, from the youngest ages. She was pretty focused, and she always went hard.
Everyone on our team improves a lot over the course of the year. It just goes to show how well Coach White does to condition all athletes.
That has all paid off. Ruth is a two-time state and New England champion. Every time White races is must-see, but the pressure is second to what running means to her.
Everyone thinks I need to win every race. That can be a lot, but it's fun to just be part of the running community because there are a lot of other really incredible girls out there, and it just means a lot to be able to hopefully be a role model for younger athletes.
And with this being the last year he'll have as her coach, Lynn is making sure not to blink.
You have to enjoy every minute of it. That's all I can say. You have to enjoy every minute.
In Orono, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, looking forward to see what she can do the rest of the way. State's right around the corner. Let's talk some hoops now, though. The Celtics opening up training camp this week. They play their first preseason game on Sunday, and on Wednesday, the Boston Brass making it official with newly acquired point guard Jrue Holiday. Celtics owners Steve Pegluka and Wick Grossbeck and president of basketball operations and the MVP of the offseason, Brad Stevens, holding a press conference and introduction ceremony Wednesday, officially announcing Holiday as a Boston Celtic. Jrue is a five-time All-NBA defensive team member, a two-time All-Star, an NBA champ with 2021 with the Bucks. He also won an Olympic gold medal with Jason Tatum and Team USA in Tokyo, and he is really excited for the chance to bring Banner 18 to the Garden.
I know this is a blue-collar town. They love people that work hard, and they put their heart into it, and that's just the type of person that I am. Is every time I step into the court, I give you my everything. I think being a part of this type of organization in this group is something that I really wanted to be a part of.
Certainly sounds like someone Celtics fans are going to enjoy rooting for. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
As we age, we want to keep our independent spirit. As Mainers, we want to live life our way. That means enjoying everything life offers us here in Maine. It means making choices that can help you live your best life. Choices like your healthcare coverage and your healthcare team, so you can be prepared for almost anything. United Healthcare and Northern Light Health are working together in Maine to help keep you healthier, so you can live life to the fullest. If you're eligible for Medicare, you may be able to enroll in a United Healthcare Northern Light Health Medicare Advantage plan today. Take the step to make sure you have the coverage you need to help keep you active and thriving as you age. Call United Healthcare at 1-800-203-7205 or visit uhcnewengland.com.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Making contributions to a 529, no matter how big or how small, keeps the conversation going for a family.
Some sort of training beyond high school is needed. Having some money put away, that's kind of our goal.
And it helps your child think about what they want to do with their future and know that they have some financial support, but also your support as a parent to pursue their dreams.
To learn more about NextGen 529, its investment objectives, risks, and costs, read the program description at nextgenforme.com. Check if your home state has a 529 plan that offers tax or other benefits.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's turn things over to Devin Dagnall now, who's live with a preview of an upcoming tattoo festival. Hey there, Devin.
Thanks, Craig. I'm at Diversified Inc. right now with Doc from the Maine Veterans Project. Doc, how are we doing today?
Hey, doing great. Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about what we got coming up this weekend?
Yeah, so this weekend we're going to be partaking in our 6th annual Ink and Iron Fest that serves as both a fundraiser for veterans and a memorial to Ed Sheffer, a local legend that started this tattoo shop and unfortunately passed in a motorcycle accident a few years ago.
Can you tell me a little bit about how this festival started off?
Yeah, so about 6 years ago I approached Ed with the idea that we utilize tattoos as a way to resonate with the veteran community. So we had the very first one at Seasons the first time it happened. It was a great success, but we learned something very special while we were doing it.
Can you tell me, what did you learn?
So I really only wanted the fundraiser aspect out of this because it was a cool, unique idea. But what we found was veterans could share very painful parts of their life by describing art. So the dialogue that was flowing was far more special than the funds.
And over the years, it's kind of grown. And you were telling me off camera that last year was actually a record fundraising year for you. Do you plan to have a bigger goal this year?
I sure hope so. So every single year the vendors grow. I mean, this year we have over 10 or 15 awesome vendors. The raffle prizes grow. The popularity of the event grows. We notice that we have a continuous crowd that shows up every year with new people, and it's kind of like the snowball effect, and it's going really great.
Right, and so, I mean, it's a great time to turn out. It's $10 for non-veterans, as I understand. What's going to be at this event this weekend? Okay,
so not only will you be able to come to one spot and meet with, I don't even remember how many artists we have there, but almost every local artist, some from away. There will be lots of great ink to see the judging, to get to meet these artists. And then we're going to roll out and have a car show outside and a motorcycle show. And as soon as the tattoo contest wraps up, we have Nothing New will be taking the stage. And we're going to have a concert, which is the iron part of the fest.
Okay, awesome. And you were talking about that car show, and did you say there's a motorcycle show too?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's new as of last year, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So Gus Nevels, who owns Gus's Barbershop in Old Town, is a big car enthusiast. He reached out one year and said, I would really love to help you folks host this. He's the one that really helps out with Wings and Wheels every year. So we already know it's going to be a really good show. And it's one last opportunity to get those cars and bikes out before they go to sleep.
All right. And so, who should show up to this?
Everybody. Literally everybody.
Tell me about it.
So suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in America. We want to help the veteran population, but we want everybody there. This is a very feel-good event. This is geared toward positive mental health. It's a Sunday that we would otherwise be doing nothing at all. Good music, good times. It's a cheap good time. There's a full bar if somebody wants a beverage. I believe they'll have some hors d'oeuvres and food there. I can't think of a single person that wouldn't want to come to this.
All right, and where is it going to be at?
Jeff's Catering in Brewer.
Jeff's Catering in Brewer this Sunday. Guys, go ahead and check it out. Back to you, Craig.
I went to that event last year, had a really good time. I'm not sure if they mentioned it, but they have a lot of good food there on hand too. I know we're all about the food here on the morning show, but it is certainly a great way to go there and help raise money for local veterans and have a great time at the same time. Hopefully lots of people turn out. Rainy day, perfect for it. And now we're going to, one more time, turn things over to Conrad to get a look at that rainy forecast. Going to be dealing with the remnants of a tropical storm.
Thank you so much. Our main weather this morning is brought to you by Blind Faith Tattoo. With over 25 years of experience, we are fluent in all styles, including traditional and fine line tattoos. Stop by for a free consultation from one of our friendly expert tattoo artists. We offer a fast turnaround and walk-ins are always welcome. All right, my friends, not a bad start to the morning. We just have some mostly cloudy skies. Other than that, we are dry. This is the calm before the storm. Take a look at this. Right off sea, right about here. Doesn't look like much right now. It's not really developed at all. This is a Tropical Storm Philippe, that is on the way and will be here in the next, let's say, 36 to 48 hours. This is the track we're looking at, going all the way up north into our area. By the time it gets here, it looks like it's going to be a post-tropical system with probably around a 50-mile-per-hour wind, mainly by the coast. Now, for now, mostly cloudy skies, but we will continue to have increasing clouds, those thicker clouds rolling in throughout the day today. Then throughout the day, we're going to stay mainly clear overall. By tomorrow, though, that's when things start to pick up. Greater chances of showers will be in the area, and more of the heavier rain will start to roll on in. And then into those overnight hours, Saturday night, Sunday morning, mainly, that's when that rain, the heavier rain, will still be in the area. Now, we're looking at a lot of rain in some regions, maybe even up to 3 inches of rain in some spots, indicated here in those red colors. Millinocket area, Greenville, all the way down south into our area. Now, of course, right by the coast, Bar Harbor, and then close to the Machias area, over 2 inches of rain as well. Now, waves, not bad right now. We're looking at 3-foot waves right offshore, maybe 5, so still not too bad. But definitely as that storm gets closer, waves will triple and quadruple in size. Temperature-wise, though, we've been warm. Take a look at this. Last several days, mid-70s, close to 80 degrees even 2 days ago. Look at that. Yesterday, we saw temperatures in those mid to upper 60s. Now, we're going to stay near average the rest of this week, pretty much right through next week. Our average high is around 62 degrees. Take a look at this. 60s pretty much right through the board and right through next week. Now for today, mid-60s outside, cloudy skies, a couple of sprinkles are possible. Other than that, we are dry. Same story tonight, besides cooler temperatures in those upper 50s. Now for tomorrow, that's when that heavier rain starts to roll in, mainly into those afternoon hours. High temperature of around 64 degrees. Our extended forecast outlook does show that rain in the area right through the weekend, and then we start to clear up by beginning of next week.
Mesothelioma is more than a ravaging illness. It is a disease that can ruin a family's finances and is never the victim's fault. The law offices of Joe Bornstein has been fighting and winning for Maine families for nearly 50 years, and we've collected over $500 million for injured Mainers. If you or a loved one is a victim of mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, call Joe today for a free case evaluation and to learn about your family's legal rights. Dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Looking for a convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness.
You know it.
Now through October 13th, you can join for just $1 down, $10 a month. We've got over 2,400 locations with most open 24 hours. Join now to enjoy free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Whether you're new to a gym or a fitness pro, the Judgment-Free Zone is the place for you. Join Planet Fitness today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Cancel anytime. Deal ends October 13th. Oh yeah, that's the energy.
In 10 years, Lisa Schneider will have an amazing second act, thanks to career reskilling courses from AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
You should Angie that.
Angie what?
Angie that. It means comparing custom quotes from skilled service professionals or booking at an upfront price so you can find the best price for you. Get started today at Angie.com.
It's another exciting year of high school football in the state of Maine. Get out and support your home team and be looking for the ABC7 Sports Blitz crew. You can get a free Sports Blitz t-shirt, then watch Sports Blitz during ABC7 News at 11 every Friday night during the football season. Blitz shirts courtesy of Emery Lee & Sons, Coastal Auto Parts, Exit 244 Designs, Katahdin General Store, Katahdin True Value, Maine Heritage Timber, Northwoods Real Estate, and Preble Oil Company.
Well, that's about all the time we have for this Friday. We very much appreciate you joining us today, and we'll be back here next Monday with all the latest news. We'll leave you today with some pictures of some red pandas that were getting their checkup in London, or outside of London at a zoo there. They are getting their checkup to make sure that they're safe so they can head out of their little nesting box to check out the rest of their enclosure. Very cute little animals there. Again, thank you for joining us. We hope you have a great weekend.